Yo, people, what up? Okay, so I've been searching how to do this for literally years, and I finally figured it out. Okay, so you can't do this engine hack unless you have a PS2 emulator and the European version of Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero. You need to have the European version or the PAL version of this game. It's working. It's not just a stream. It's the actual game. All right. Okay. Hold on. All right. All right. So as you can see, I have the game on the emulator. It's PCSX2. Bong bong. Just so y'all know, we're gonna close it. This is Cheat Engine, the latest version of Cheat Engine. All right. I downloaded the cheat table from somewhere else. I will try to find it and put it in the comments or whatever. So we're going to delete this, and I'm going to show you guys how to find the value of the car engine and change it. And it's going to be dope. All right, so we boot the game, obviously. Smallly. All right, there we go. If you notice, all these numbers are zero right now because you can have a cheat table up, but the game is not selected. When you're using PCSX and you're using Cheat Engine for it, you want to go here as soon as the game starts and choose PCSX, whatever version it is, or it might say EXE depending on your computer. I don't know. But you hit open. As soon as you hit open, it starts to give you values. The values start to change right here because it's reading the values of the game. All right. Okay. See, now this value changed because this is my money. I have this much money. All right. So you can do this in any mode, but obviously you're going to want to do it in career mode. Okay, right now I have a Porsche 911. You can also with the cheat table that it comes with the description of the cars. The CE9s, they're Mitsubishi Lancers. The GC8s, they are Subaru Imprezas. The 9.6s, it's only two Porsches in this game. The S3s, I forget what those are. And let me see, the R30 and shit like that, those are all, um, they're freaking, I forget. I forget. It doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is how to use this. Okay. And these actually give you descriptions of the cars that are on the road. So first, I'm going to show you how this works. Then I'm going to show you how the engine swap works. Because as you can see on the cheat table that you might manage to find, it says part change might not work. It doesn't really work because what's supposed to happen is just like how it's reading my money right here. It's supposed to, when I go into parts, it's supposed to change when I change these values, right? So as you can see, these are horsepower. It says PS because it's the European version. It says kilogram instead of weight. So you see how it's going off screen? 5,000, 5,500 horsepower. 5,500 horsepower. That's absolutely ridiculous, right? These are the normal horsepowers. As you can see, I can't go off the screen anymore because once you go into the set values in the game remembers it and it no longer allows you to do it. And then you have to hack it again. So first, I'm going to show the car change. So the cheat table works for the cars. So this is car slot 1. It's the first car that I purchased. The number for this Porsche is number 92. We can see it right. I mean 72. See it right here. In the game, it's called the NC4T. It's the fastest Porsche in the game, probably one of the fastest cars in the game. So now we're going to switch it to it could be a random car. Oh yeah, the R30s, those are all Nissan Skylines. So we're going to change it to a Nissan Skyline. So we're going to use 34, right? Okay. So you go into the cheat table, you double click on where it says value, you change it to 34, right? You hit OK. Then you leave. You go into settings, change the screen, because every time you change the screen, the values change, right? So if you go into settings, you hit triangle, it changes the car. Just like that. It changes it to a Skyline. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to buy a brand new car. You don't have to mess with it after that. Because once the value is set, no other values are dependent on this being set. It's not a floating value. It's a stationary value. So it won't mess up the game. So we buy a brand new car. Let's buy this. I think this is like a Honda NSX or something like that. It's like a Honda NSX, whatever. So no, we'll try another car because I don't think this one has the dummy parts. Because what we're doing is we're locating dummy parts in the game. All right, so we'll choose a completely different Skyline because Skylines usually have pretty high horsepower. So we'll choose a random Skyline. Random Skyline. Let's go ahead and buy it. We got enough money for it, right? Okay. All right, we'll select the car. All righty then. Now, you see how the value's changing right here? This doesn't mean anything if it's not in this part. If it doesn't change when I go here and start choosing, oh, it actually worked for the Skyline. Okay, so it's showing me the values. Okay, so for this car, for whatever reason, this manages to work. It doesn't always work, and it doesn't always work for every car, so don't expect it to work. All right? Don't expect it to work. I don't know why it's working for this car, but it freaking is, which is amazing. Okay, so if it works, the small chance that it works, all you'll do is because it found the value, what you do is you'll double click on the value, you'll hit something like number 9, which is fine. You see how it goes off the screen? That's good. That means when you start selecting from off the screen, it goes to ridiculous horsepowers. If you keep going to the right, you'll eventually locate dummy parts. Okay, so we found the dummy parts. We know it's dummy parts because in the game, this cannot be at 3,800 horsepower. Okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back. I'm going to fix it. At least I know it works with this Skyline now. So that's good. So for the people that got frustrated like me because it doesn't work with every car, we're going to buy a car that it doesn't work with. So we're going to buy a random vehicle. We're going to buy, I think this is a Celica. I don't know, but we're going to buy it. All right? We're going to buy this car. If it works with this car too, I'm just going to get pissed off completely. But it's all right. So we're going to do this one. Okie dokie. Now we go to parts. Let's see if it works with this car. Oh shit, it works with it. Wait, why is it working now? Okay. No problem. Maybe I fixed it. But I will try to find the car I know for sure it won't work with. So we'll change the value again. Car slot. See, this is car slot 5 because I just bought this one, right? Because I have, let me see. How many cars do I have? 5 cars. So yeah. That's the 5th car I bought. So it'll be in the 5th car slot. So Boom, we'll change it back to the Porsche. We'll go to settings. We'll come back. It's a Porsche. All right. So we'll go to parts. If this freaking works, I'm going to be pissed. Because it wasn't working last night, so I thought I'd show a video. Okay, perfect. So it doesn't work with the Porsche. All right. So the value isn't showing right here. It doesn't work with every car. You see how 0 and it changed with the other ones? It's not working with this one. So for the cars that it doesn't work with, this is how you find values with Cheat Engine. New scan, you'll leave it at 1 for this particular thing. New scan, you can't do exact value because you don't know the value. You'll hit unknown initial value, that'll disappear. This particular option is 1 byte. You see how it says bytes? The cars mostly are 1 byte. The days and the money are different amounts of bytes, but most is 1 byte. All right, so we'll hit first scan. It found 500 million different values. All right, that's how many are in the game. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to go by increase value by 1. So what we do is we increase the value in the game. The value changes in the game. So we search the value that increased by 1. So you hit next scan, not new scan. You hit next scan. It scans all the values that just increased by 1. So we increase it in the game as well. Hit next scan. Increase it in the game as well. Hit next scan. Now it's down to 615 values. So it's at the top. So what we want to do is we want to keep searching because it's too many to find. So decrease value, leave it at 1. We're going to decrease this value by 1 and hit next. Decrease it again, hit next. Now it's at 11. Decrease it one more time, hit next. Just to be sure, even though we found these, just to be sure, we're going to do it like 2 more times. So increase the value by 1. Do it in the game first, then scan it. You see how it's changing right here? It changed to 2. Boom. It found the value that I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. The shit that's changing, this little white thing, I'm looking for where this is in the game. Because if I know where it is, I could change it. Now, this is the part you don't want to mess up on, because when you find it, you want to change it. So you highlight all the ones that are at 2. Because you see how it's 2 in the game and it's 2 right here? You highlight the number. Hello? What's up? Okay. All right, no problem. All right, once you find the value, you just highlight the single digit numbers that are increasing. You right click, you change the address, change it to a 9 like last time with the other car. Boom. It goes off the screen. You could do this with any car, whether you have the cheat table or not. If you want to find the value, you do it just like that. And you'll be able to find all the dummy parts. Look, 1,200 horsepower. I think 5,000 horsepower. If you need any more horsepower to beat this game, you suck. But I've been looking for how to do this for years. And I finally figured it out. I just had to put some elbow grease into it. So, yeah, there you go. Anybody that likes to play freaking 15-year-old video games on PS2, there you go. Tokyo Extreme Racer Zero, parts change. Cheat Engine. You have to have the emulator so you can alter it on your computer. And if you just have a friend that has this shit, just go ahead and change the parts to what you want it to be, to where you access the dummy parts. You choose it, you select it just like you would select it if it was regular. You leave, and you can save the game like that. You can save it like that. And once you save it, if you know how to transfer save files for PS2, all you got to do is grab a USB, put the save file on the PS2, drag it back to your PlayStation, Put that shit in your PlayStation and then run it, and and you'll have it even though you just have the console. But look, 5,000 horsepower, and you can even do races. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. It won't glitch out. It won't mess up. Nothing like that. Just freaking find the values, change the values. That's how you find it. The car's going so damn fast it won't even drive. Watch. So you can search for the perfect values. 5,000 horsepower Tokyo Extreme Racing.